You know? Life comes at you fast sometimes.
It's been a fucking week, my guy.
It's been a fucking week.
It's been so long.
I don't even know how I was able to function throughout the whole week and feel as normal as I do today. And I think it's just because I'm around actual human beings and not just myself and my cat and Antoine.
Are they actual human beings, though?
One of them is, and it's Gilbert.
Got it.
I think they were talking about us.
Yes, I was.
Oh, these?
I thought they were also talking about Antoine and Gilbert. I was like, uh-huh.
Oh, you mean these lizard people?
Yes, absolutely. I saw I didn't call you on Tuesday because I was like busy with moving stuff. I should have texted, but I saw that you were, I saw your descent into madness on Instagram.
Okay, I was being really salty. Let me just tell you something right now that's happening in the world, okay? Because I'm really fucking pissed off about it.
Go off.
First of all, okay, Californians, you're on my list.
Suck my dick.
I don't like you right now. Like,
all of you.
all of them, because right now Disneyland is open as of today. Very exciting, and I'm like cannot wait to see more people, you know, share their stuff about it. But also I fucking hate them because I'm like, wow, what the fuck? That's so not fair. How only Californians can go to Disneyland because I'm here, I've been waiting, I'm half vaccinated. I'm like, I bet y'all are not even vaccinated.
You could always go to Walt Disney World.
Nobody wants to go to Florida. No one wants to go to Florida.
I'd rather die. I'd rather die than go to fucking Florida.
I'm so fucking pissed though, because I'm just like, I think I could have taken it. I think I would have been fine. I think I would have been just fine if I didn't see all the fucking Disney influencers that got to squeeze by from their connections at Disneyland. I'm just like,
dude, that's why I literally started unfollowing people because I was like, I'm tired of you.
Call them out by names.
I saw no like Disney people that I had followed.
Call them up by names. Fuck you.
I don't know their names, dude. I unfollowed them. As soon as I unfollow you, I forget. I don't care anymore.
You're erased from my memory.
I was on TikTok and I saw one of somebody that's there today, and they're like, oh my god, I'm at Disneyland today, and this is what it looks like, 25% capacity, there's no lines. And I literally screamed at my phone. I was like, no shit, because obviously like normally it's packed,
of course.
So at 25%, I can only imagine Space Mountain was only like a 10-minute wait.
I don't know. My sister keeps trying to finagle it. She's like, I don't have my California residency, but I have like my address. Do you think they'd let me in? And I'm like, sure, whatever.
Well, I hope
not.
Does
she have like a driver's license or something? Because you have to like have.
That's what she's talking about.
But she's like, what about proof of address? And I'm like, they let you in, but they won't let me in though. And she's like, bye. I'm like, we will be at the gate, and I'll be trying to get in. She will get in. She'll look at me. She'll be like, deuces, and I'm out. Like,
well, when are you trying to go?
As soon as they'll have me.
Well, they were saying they might, if all goes well, they might allow vaccinated people from out of state go.
Well, here's the thing. Right when COVID started, I was about to go to Disneyland with my sister, and that was one of the first things that got canceled. So I still have the ticket with her. We were going to go to the Food and Wine Festival.
Oh, I'm so sad for you because I think that would have been amazing. And you know, they did like a want Food and Wine Festival now, and like, you know, you had to get tickets, and of course all the Disney influencers got to go because they just wanted to be on Buena Vista Street.
Man,
I don't want to be.
I never heard you
on Buena Vista Street. I'm so okay. I'm so disgustingly jealous.
Salty.
I'm so ooh. I don't even need salt on my fries now. Because I'm so fucking salty.
For once, the salt is coming from somewhere other than our eyes.
It is so disgusting how jealous
Dahlia's
I am.
a crier, so normally she's crying a lot. Apparently today it's a lot of salt.
Nope, it's the saltiness in my body, not in my tears today. I'm just like so over it because I don't think it's fair at all. Like fucking, fuck you guys. I don't know what else to say. Just fuck you. And I'm jealous, and it's not cute, and I'm still gonna be jealous because I'm mad.
This goes on for an hour.
This is
I'm
the
done.
episode.
I'm good.
That's the episode.
If there's some sort
the one
of
where Dahlia was salty about Disneyland.
If there's like a fucking hidden Mickey in this fucking movie, I'm gonna lose my shit. If there's a semblance of any Disney, I'm out.
And The Devil Wears Prada?
I've never seen it. How
Is
am I
there a
supposed to
hidden
know?
Mickey?
Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm probably gonna find one and be like, peace.
There's no reference. I don't think there are any references.
Oh, no,
to
I'm
Disney.
pretty sure there's at least 20 hidden Mickeys, and if you find all of them, they send you a cash reward.
Incredible. I need
And
a
a free
stamp.
iPad.
I need a stamp. I need to mail my letter and get my reward. I'm fucking ready to be done with this Disney conversation.
All right, are we ready to start?
Hey, welcome to Sit Down, Loser. We're watching a movie. My name's Dahlia.
I'm Sky.
I'm Tone Zone.
And I'm Ketzel. And we're just 4 terrified interns that can't dress for shit, who watch movies that everyone else has watched, except one of us is a loser who hasn't. Today we're watching a film that if you are queer and haven't seen this, then you truly aren't queer, even if you drink iced coffees every day and own a pack of Chromatica Oreos. The Devil Wears Prada, made in 2006, directed by David Frankel. So why did we pick this, folks?
Well, the loser today is Dahlia.
It's me.
It's
so that's one of the reasons why we picked It's a Me.
And also, everybody loves this movie, and I don't know anything about it.
It's an amazing movie.
Great.
I grew up wanting to be Miranda Priestley.
I think every mean gay wanted to be Miranda.
You mean Antonio? See also Antonio?
Well, yeah, he literally just
Exhibit
said that,
A.
dude.
I mean, so Antonio has been made by Dr. Evil and Miranda Priestley. That's his
Right.
personality.
Yeah.
That's canon.
I have range.
Well, I think just mean gay. Well, I think, Dahlia, you're going to find a lot of things that you've heard, even though you've never seen it. You know what I mean?
Like
I feel
a
you're
lot
gonna...
of references.
Yeah. Or at
Yeah,
least,
I
like,
think-
GIFs.
I think there's something about colors, and I don't know what colors is. Like, I think it's like blue or something that they talk about, but I have no idea how that scene goes. But I feel like if I heard it, I'd be like, oh, that's where that's from. I could be wrong.
Nice.
Oh my god.
I already know this. I mean, we all know the scene.
Yeah.
When she said it.
Everybody is so like
If you
clued
know,
in.
you know.
everybody's so tight-lipped right now. They're like, oh, I'm gonna
Wink.
tell her. I'm not gonna tell her. But I had to wait.
You gotta catch
You
me.
gotta come catch me.
Why else did we pick this movie? Are there other reasons?
I mean, Meryl Streep. Come on. We're talking about range.
And the Tucc.
The fucking Tucc.
The fucking
Stanley
Tucci.
Tucci?
Yeah.
Stanley Tucci.
In my movie?
In my movie.
In my movie.
Stanley Tucci in My Devil Wears Prada.
Absolutely.
Okay, I
More
love
likely
him.
than you think.
King Tucc. I don't think there's a single movie I've seen him in that I didn't love.
I think he started...
Did you ever watch what is it? The Lovely Bones?
No.
I mean, that's...
Oh, good.
yes.
That's on the list.
Oh.
Because Antonio one night randomly looked at me and he was like, have you ever seen The Lovely Bones? He's like, can you put that on the list? I was like, yeah. I mean, I don't know if anybody else has. He's like, because that movie's wild.
Antonio, I
It
read
is
the book.
wild.
I read the book when I was in middle school, and then I watched... It's
That's
fucked.
twisted of you.
Both versions are fucked.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's
Man.
very twisted.
Not to derail this from what's supposed to be a fun and light movie.
Another movie, I don't know.
But Stanley Tucci's really great in this one.
I mean, he's
Okay.
great in The Lovely Bones, too. He just plays, like, a very sick individual. Also, like, don't be shocked, because, like, I like true crime, and that's, like, a horrible, like, first-hand account. Not The Devil Wears Prada. The Devil Wears Prada is not about true crime.
It's not true crime, but it's terrible.
Yeah.
It's a noir film.
Okay. I'm into this Stanley Tucci. I know that you don't really like Anne Hathaway, do you?
No, I don't. This was probably the last movie I liked her in.
I like Anne Hathaway, so this is going to be interesting, and I'd love to hear what you have to say about
We do love Ella Enchanted.
And yeah,
I
see, like,
love
I
Ella
think I'm
Enchanted.
pretty sure this was the last movie because then she was in Alice in Wonderland, and I just could not fucking stand her in that movie. And then every
Doesn't
movie
matter.
I've seen her in after, I was like,
it.
I
It was
feel-
a Tim Burton. Nobody even likes Alice in Wonderland, okay? I'm going to say it right now. I'm a big Tim Burton fan. I don't like that. I don't like Alice in Wonderland,
I didn't like
period.
that style.
And I also
know-
don't like the movie being readapted. I don't get what's so good about Alice in Wonderland. I never ever got
Period.
that. Yeah. Period.
I don't
Like
like.
the entirety of it?
I've never liked Alice in Wonderland either. I never liked it as a child.
I just don't get it.
I think that's a hot take because I also don't super care for Alice in Wonderland, but like me and Dahlia both worked at Hot Topic, and that was like.
Yeah,
it was flourishing of
literally losing their shit.
And are we just talking about the adaptation?
I think we're just talking about Alice in
Wonderland.
Wonderland.
The adaptation, but also if you want to go into like the first, like
the original Disney one.
Yeah, I'm just like, why are people losing their fucking shit over the Cheshire Cat? Like, what's so great about the Cheshire Cat? He's a fucking dick. I don't get it.
Edgy teens that we were in Hot Topic, but we just weren't. We weren't Alice in Wonderland edgy teens.
No, we liked Watchmen.
That just went over my head.
Woof.
There was a dark adaptation
I have
of
a long time
Alice in Wonderland. Did you guys ever? Maybe you didn't. There was a book called The Looking Glass Wars, and it was like Alice in Wonderland, but it was like more world building and took more of like his other stories and built it into it. And it was actually a really good book to the point where I think I finished all 3. But it was like a YA novel situation. And as we may not know, I'm a big sucker for YA novels.
Oh, man.
Me too.
Oh, man, guys. First off, I haven't read a lot of YA novels, but I went through a journey last year where I watched a bunch of YA movies. Like, I finally finished the Hunger Game movies. I had never seen the last 2. And you were with me when I watched the last 2, and boy, was that rough, especially because of what was going on, like all the protests and stuff. I was like, this is too real. But Antonio made me watch a trilogy that it just tickled me, and I think we
can I guess what it is? Can I
go for it?
Can I? Is it Maze Runner?
Yes! And I think we should do the first one for the podcast.
I'd be into it because I've never seen it.
And let me tell you, I had the best time watching it.
I can't wait for you to like describe what you know about
I can't wait. It's so fun.
Isn't it like that one hot guy is the main character? He's like a no-name, he's like very B-list, but you know his face.
He's like top of the
list.
Blue eyes, brown eyes guy.
That's Antonio's man.
Oh.
His boy.
Dylan O'Brien.
Yes, that's his name, Dylan O'Brien, because he was just in a Netflix thing, and I'm like, I want to say that's his name.
Yeah, and like I saw him recently with like the beard and stuff.
Yeah,
I was like, nice.
Good job, Antonio.
Good job. Mazel tov.
Dylan, if you're listening, Antonio's personal number is.
Are you gonna tweet at him too?
Oh yeah, I don't use my Twitter, but that's on my list now too.
We'll use the company Twitter.
Okay, yeah.
Going back to why we're watching The Devil Wears Prada today.
Oh, right.
Listen, I got a lot of feelings.
Who else is in this movie? Emily Blunt makes an appearance before her launch to stardom.
I love her.
A fantastic foil in this movie. Minor part, but definitely memorable.
When you say foil, you use that so good, and the first time you said it, I think in the last episode.
All right, guys, let's not suck each other's dicks right now.
Let's fucking stop eating each other out here.
Is that a Pulp Fiction reference?
It is, and then Ketzel just found a new one the other night.
Oh, yeah. I've been watching this. I finished the 2nd season of Pose this week to prepare for the 3rd season of Pose, and they said something, and I'm like, that's just like that fucking Pulp Fiction quote. And it's, are you done eating each other out yet? And I fucking loved it.
I could stand by that. Also love Pose. I'm not trying to suck his dick, okay? I'm just trying to say he's a very eloquent speaker.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't inflate me.
Don't give him a compliment.
Don't do that.
You're just inflating the head, Dahlia.
It's all right. You don't have to. Thank you, though.
Who else is in this movie? Not foils.
I don't know his actual name, but
sorry, that's the only people I wrote down because those are the only people I care about.
He's from Entourage, and
the hot boyfriend.
The hot boyfriend from Entourage.
Ooh.
I don't know his name is. I want to say it's like Adrian, but that might be
Adrian. It's Adrian Grenier, something like that.
Cool.
I think it starts with a G. You're on the right track.
Okay, so Anne Hathaway, Meryl Streep, Tucci,
please.
Tucc.
Call him by his government name.
Is it
Emily Blunt?
Is it Wanda Sykes that's a friend, or am I just conflating that with someone?
It's not.
Maybe.
I'm really excited to watch this movie. Everybody just will not shut up about it, and I think that it's probably just one of those iconic things I just never picked up, even though I think it was probably like on E like 5 million times, like when I was living with my mom.
Bravo.
And I'm like, I really had so many opportunities to watch the thing, and I just never did. Even though I know Meryl Streep is fantastic, and she plays like such a bitchy character that it's so wonderful. And I really just anticipate that I will hate her so much because she like is so good at acting that she'll make me hate her. But I don't know. I have a very hopeful feeling that we'll like her in the end. Like, everything's gonna turn out just fine. But I could be wrong.
What do you know about this movie? You don't know anything about the plot?
Meryl Streep, Anne Hathaway, bitchiness. and the blue, some blue scene. It's blue.
Make it pink.
That's about it.
Make it blue.
And I think, yeah, like that. I know that Anne Hathaway is like the assistant, and that she's just kind of, I don't know, in the underbelly of her career. I don't know. And she's got to do this job. It's like, I don't know what's the story behind that, but she has this job, and it's for Meryl Streep's character, and I don't know what the plot is and what is it, power dynamic? How that plays out. But yeah, but that's all I know.
Wow. Good. You're about to get another stamp on your queer card.
Yep.
Now I'm real. Certified real. USDA grade.
Certified LGBTQIA+.
Cage free.
Not from concentrate.
Free range.
Organic.
Range.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Cool. I can't wait to make this this stamp happen. I don't know. Are we ready to watch this movie?
Let's do it.
I think we are.
Oh my gosh. Okay. We're going to do this thing, and we're going to be back in just a second. Bye.
Let's leave that in there. Long pause. Bye.
Okay, we're back. Oh my goodness. Okay, we just saw the movie. We just went at a glacial pace explaining ourselves just now. But here we are. Wow. Okay, first of all, like, I was into the movie, and then I was very angry about the movie because Andy pissed me the fuck off. But by the end, I was like, oh, okay. And I'll talk about that, but should I give an even better... should I...
All right, real quick.
No,
go with
better
the
summary.
All right, yeah, give a summary. Who's Andy? Let the viewers who haven't seen us know.
You gotta tell
viewers,
us. Right. Okay, so what happened was...
viewers?
Yeah,
sorry, I just caught that.
Thank you.
Listeners. Thank you. So what happened was that we start off, everybody's getting ready for work. It's a whole little montage of people getting ready. We see the main character, Andy, played by Anne Hathaway, and she's going to a freaking job interview. Very cool, and it's all super duper New Yorky. And then we go there, and immediately we're just tossed into the fold. Everything's like very fast, and we realize that this is a very difficult job from the beginning. And then suddenly the boss comes in, and literally everybody moves like a fucking hurricane because the storm is coming. And yeah, then we meet Miranda, who is the boss, and I guess, I don't know. I don't want to say she's the villain because I really didn't feel like she was. Just, the main driving opposition force. I guess that's a better thing to say. Yeah, we just go throughout her time there. She doesn't even spend a year there, so she's like, going from her frumpy, nerdy, journalisty lady fashion phase into like very chic, very fashion. She goes to Paris. And she takes a position of the other assistant. Miranda believes in her, and she would make a fantastic assistant. She really would. But Andy believes in herself, and she's like, this isn't the end-all be-all for me. And near the end of the movie, she has the opportunity to continue this path with Miranda, who believes in her, sees herself in Andy. And nope, she doesn't. She just, lets it go. She leaves Paris. She goes back to New York, and... she starts her career as a journalist, which she wanted to do. Like, I guess, I don't know, if it's been less than a year, I can't put a finger on how much time that is, but she basically does what she sets out to do when she goes to New York, so pretty solid. Feel good stuff at the end, and of course we get that last comment from Miranda to her driver, and it ends the movie so perfectly, I think.
This all happened in 2 weeks. Can you believe?
Can you believe?
Wait, is that really the time frame?
No.
No.
What is,
like,
no. Why would you believe them?
What is the
You
time
believe them
frame?
that they liked Beetlejuice.
What is the time frame?
I would say.
I think it's
feel
like 9 months.
6 to 7 months. Yeah, 9
I would
months
say
is
9
pretty
months
good.
is the max because I think it starts in the fall and then they do the whole spring thing. And then I want to say that Fashion Week is probably going to be sometime after that. So summer. I don't know if they get all the way to winter.
Come on, seasons.
Okay.
Because they definitely did the whole thing for, whatchamacall. They do the whole spring thing and then I'm pretty sure it started in the fall.
Yeah, it did start in the fall. Or maybe like, I don't know. She was wearing a sweater, but they were talking about like fall fashions, but I'm like, they do the like 2 seasons ahead before it even happens. And I'm like, that don't sound right. That don't track, but okay. We're not going to get that deep.
And then one of the better scenes is like the whole spring thing, like florals for spring, groundbreaking. So they definitely talked about getting all the way to spring. So whether they started in fall or winter, they definitely
passed
somewhere
it.
there.
Yeah. Anyway,
I love being gay.
I know a lot about fashion more than I thought.
I felt fashion sweaty.
it was really good. Like I realized like, I was a TV kid, so I watched a lot of TV, watched a lot of What Not to Wear, America's Next Top Model. So a lot of that stuff was just like in, my face. And I mean, I'm all about it. So when a lot of things happen, I was really mad. I'm like, how dare you, Andy? First of all, you frumpy ass mess. But we'll talk about that. So yeah, like I guess we could start from the beginning. I was very excited to see this whole little montage happen as everyone's getting ready for work. But then we see the black sheep, Andy, right? Andrea is her name. And I'll just start out right fucking now saying I don't like Anne Hathaway's character throughout this whole thing. I'm not really even rooting for her. I was like, wow. And when things turned out good for her, I was like, wow. But I don't think I really liked her.
No, she's got I'm not like other girls energy, and I think that's just too much for me.
And dare I
that's
say,
a no from me.
Dare I say, dude, we watched 50 Shades of Grey, all 4 of them.
Did
right?
she not
3
remind you of Anastasia Beverly Hills? Because I thought the same thing. Because I was like, dude, that ugly ass sweater. And her hair,
the fucking
did you
wig?
notice on the her hair was just so uneven,
so bad.
I was like, dude, even people who don't give a shit about fashion and stuff at least get fucking haircuts
for real.
You're not that cute.
So
your hair's uneven.
She
you look dusty.
She definitely gave me Anastasia vibes, and I'm just
I got that too. I was thinking that too when I was watching this.
Girl, okay, but great opening like that, and
it's so good. Just the montage of all the women.
And we just see
ready.
such a difference with her life already. And I clocked it right at the beginning. I'm like, this bitch is a journalist, because she's looking through fucking articles and shit. And I'm like, okay, so immediately I can see that she's gonna be somewhere that she's not supposed to be. And then we see that happen.
You clock her as a journalist, so you didn't like that, and then you hated her nickname, Andy.
You hated everything.
No,
you hated everything.
You hated that her name was Andrea, and you were like, "Oh, thank God she goes by Andy." Within the first 2 scenes.
I didn't say thank God she goes by. I said her name is Andrea. I'm like, I don't like that name, and then I'm like, oh God, she goes by Andy. That's even worse.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah,
I wasn't paying attention to the second part of that situation.
Dahlia, my God.
Can we talk about that first scene though? It's really a great scene.
Tell me about it.
Everything getting ready, it's just all that getting ready, and everyone is dressing up to be all pretty and whatnot, and then there's Andy just being as frumpy as he possibly could.
Oh my God!
It's a world building without words.
I think that's what put me off so hard. It's I'm different,
I don't care about fashion. I like to read books.
People like me because of my character.
You can care about fashion and also read books. I don't know. I
hate
that.
They are not mutually exclusive. Okay, that means that you can do both. They can.
What was that look, dude? Do you not know how to read?
I can't do either. Some people can do both. Some people don't do any of it.
That's true.
And that's this guy right here.
That's very true.
All right.
Same.
But I love this whole like moment of us getting thrown into this life too. Like, you know, we're not in the fashion world either, but suddenly it's like Miranda, like the end all be all. She's like going about stuff like so, what's the word? So, like on a whim, or like everything that she says is kind of like a directive and everybody must follow. And it's so like wild to see people run around like ants like that. But can you tell me that you have not seen that in your life before? Because like I was working at a job where my boss was kind of like that, but she was also very like demanding person, and if I didn't do what she said, I would like lose my job.
I think I know who that is.
Yeah.
Oop.
We're not
I think I worked under said person for 2 weeks, not a long time, but a couple weeks or so. Too sensitive.
Oh, believe me, she's a very tough lady, but also she's not unreasonable. You know, it's just the bluntness. But like I spoke to her one day, I'm just like, look, like sometimes I just feel like I'm not doing a good job, and I feel like I'm walking on eggshells around you, and it's very, very difficult. I'm like, I know that you're not doing this on purpose and that you're just doing your job, but sometimes makes it very difficult for me. It makes me so uncomfortable that I actually have to like I feel like I have to poop because my whole insides are getting I didn't say it like that, but like every morning I would open with her, like I would have to go use the bathroom immediately after, because like so much pressure and so much stress happening inside of my body.
God, guys.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I talked to her and she's not unreasonable, and she's like, ever since I had that talk with her, I feel like she had more respect for me, because nobody else was able to like, you know, stand up for themselves or bring that up, you know. And I never had a problem
got her
with her
job. I have a question. Antonio, do you give the people under you anxiety shits?
I don't think I give them anxiety shits, but I definitely like ream them, like as bad as what I think Miranda does to people.
Do they get teary-eyed?
Maybe frustrated when I point out their incompetencies. Maybe.
You love this. You fucking love this shit.
He's like, I love to see him sweat just a little bit.
What? Be better. Don't be sorry, just be better. Don't be angry, just be better.
I love to see you sweat.
I do love that.
Fucking Antonio trying to be fucking Christian Grey.
Ew.
Okay, we're not going off on a 50 Shades tangent right now.
Not another 50 Shades tangent. Put it in a box.
I can already tell you what my favorite quote is, because it happened like right at the beginning of the movie though. Is when I think Anne Hathaway's character Andrea is just like talking, and then she's like, Miranda stops her and she's just like, no, that wasn't a question. And I was like, oh, that's so fabulous. It's so fabulous.
Sky,
Are you good,
Drip.
dude?
Sky's losing her shit.
You want to let it out?
Go ahead and give it a good giggle.
Dude,
have a giggle, mate.
Oh my god, that was so funny. I started crying.
She's literally crying, you guys.
Alright, I'm sorry, that was good. I like your impersonation of Antonio's Christian Grey.
Antonio impersonating Christian Grey.
It's so funny. But that I like that quote too.
I love that quote.
I was listening. I was just trying not to laugh.
It's a good quote. It just it sets up Miranda really well. I totally agree. Can I also say I do not miss doing job interviews. And this whole scene made me remember that.
Yep.
Dude, I don't even know what it's like to do an interview. I've been at my job for almost a year and a half.
20 years.
Almost.
It's been 10 million years.
I've been at the position I'm in currently for 4 years. That was the last time I had to interview. And honestly, I hate it. I hate interviewing.
It's terrible.
Oh my god, every time you get a job, you're just like, why did I ever?
Why?
Everyone.
What if I just died?
I should have said no.
I could just end this now.
I should have just been like, nah, I'm good, thanks. I'd rather just live in the desert.
I'll just be
I'll
homeless.
just eat off some rocks.
I'll just have a rock salad.
Just
Stone
a couple
soup.
of pebbles for me.
That's stone soup.
So stupid. That is a real thing, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Stone seems a real thing.
Wait, it is?
Yeah.
It's either a fable or like a children's book or something. It's all about like.
I feel like
the moral is
or
like
a YA novel.
It's a kid's book. It's not even a novel. It's not a chapter book. Guys.
Let me refer to my book of children's stories.
It's either a fable or like an actual book. It's the moral of the story is sharing.
I don't like this conversation. It's about to turn dark. Anyway.
All right, back to the film.
So
oh yeah, that's what
we were just talking about the interview. She was having her interview, and she's like, "Wah, wah, wah, I'm a journalist." She goes, "No, that wasn't a question." And then at the elevator, Emily Blunt, who did she play? Emily. She comes to grab
How
Andrew and is
original.
like, "I know, right?"
Groundbreaking.
And good one. And so she does have the job, and then I think it's funny because later down the line, you know, she comes to work again the next day, and then she's in this fucking blue monstrosity, and then that's where that blue scene that I was talking about comes in. I've seen it somewhere.
Yeah, right color.
Right color.
We also meet the Tucc, who is a delight, a joy to behold.
Wasn't he? Wasn't he?
Was the Tucc?
I enjoyed
Truly
every
the only
moment.
person who like you don't know if his life ends happy or not.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
He gets fucked in the end. We'll
That's
go with
showbiz,
that,
baby.
but- Damn, I was
That's
like,
business.
and every
That-
single
that
time,
business.
and
that
every single
business.
time, like anybody would be telling Andrea about how her position, she's like someone sure about herself. They would all say like a million girls would kill to be in your position. I think even Stanley Tucci says that, and I'm like, how many fucking times is somebody gonna? I stopped counting actually after 2 because I was like,
Honestly, he really hits it
'Cause
home
I
though when
can't
he
count
talks
any
to her.
higher.
He says, you know, where a million other girls would die to work here, you deign to work here. And like, you know what? You're right.
that was deep.
What does Dane mean?
Deign to choose to come down.
Bro,
Like I deign to
Dang.
hang out with you.
I'm learning. That's your vocabulary word of the day, guys.
It's a good thing you already took your SATs.
Oh, thank God. Thank God I
don't-
graduated from
Don't
college.
even talk to me.
I didn't even
about
take the
those letters.
SATs, dude.
I didn't.
I didn't take the
Because
SATs.
I'm dumb.
I did.
I took it twice because I loved it so much. I was like, I can't wait to do this again.
You're like lying,
Y'all are
right?
killing me.
Oh,
tonight.
I did take it twice, but
Not because you wanted to.
nope.
First shot, not that
High
great.
score.
Yee.
No, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I just wanted to be better.
That's fair.
Ooh.
That's good.
Good for you,
Thank you.
Ketzel.
That's the last time I had ambition.
that is the moment where my ambition
That was
died.
10 years
I
ago.
peaked. Oof. Oh gosh.
And I'll let you
Why would
know.
you say that?
I'll let you know about the movie. I clocked it 23 minutes in. I was already done with fucking Andy. I was done with her bullshit.
Tell me everything you hate about her. Go ahead. Let it out.
Okay. First
And
of all,
go.
Tear the bitch
first of all,
apart.
I don't like
Your
her.
dusty ass
her-
shoes.
Dude, those shoes were go.
Look, we like wedges, but not like that.
I think
that,
those were
dude.
more like clogs.
I feel like
I
they
say
were wedges.
but I have Crocs and clogs. Dr. Schultz clogs. I'm like,
I'm
you
so
get him.
sorry
You get
for
him
your
for the
feet.
shoes.
Don't be ashamed. Yeah,
love arch
it's
support.
just she just came in so like unwilling to, what's the word? Not like change exactly, but she wasn't open, you know, for someone who is just like, I know what I'm doing in life, blah blah blah, like seemingly like a person who would be open is not. She's just like, I don't need to know anything about fashion and work here, and it's like, yeah, you do for your position. It's like, you know, you took this job.
You gotta learn to play.
You got to make sure that you know what you're doing, because that's how you were supposed to get ahead in this whole place, right? Like, why would she even take this job unless it wasn't going to help her get ahead? So for her to be like that, I was like, that's kind of fucking annoying. True. But also, she got accepted to Stanford Law and she didn't want to go. So she did it to herself. You know?
What? Like it's hard?
Look, she's no Elle Woods, okay?
Yeah.
Elle Woods had ambition.
Talk about a film.
She had drive. She's no Elle Woods. I'm a little appalled at this almost comparison. I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna let that go, and I'm gonna move on because I love Elle Woods.
Dahlia is sassy today.
I had 2 drinks.
Wait, you had 2 drinks?
No, I had 1.5. This is like halfway.
When did you get the second?
When I went to get the ice cream. Anyway.
I love that for you.
Anyway.
But do you not think that even though Andy sucks, Anne Hathaway played her really well?
Yeah.
Anne Hathaway plays unlikable really well.
Yeah, she really does.
Look, remember how I said before the movie started that I hope that I hate, like, Meryl Streep, for example, like, for her to make me hate her, you know, because she's so good at acting. And I feel like this is the same thing for Anne Hathaway. Or maybe it's a fluke and she do just play unlikable so good. I don't know.
She's likable in The Princess Diaries, I think.
Yeah, and I liked her in Ella Enchanted, too. I mean...
Hugh Dancy was very hot in that.
Unanimous.
We're like,
Speaking of
what
daddies...
else? Well, regarding both Meryl Streep and Anne Hathaway, they actually, almost neither of them were in the movie. I think Rachel McAdams was supposed to be in Anne Hathaway's position, but I think she, like, refused it. Like a whole slew of times. And then I think it was they almost didn't pay Meryl Streep enough situation.
So when are you going to show me your Devil Wears Prada tattoo?
I don't have one. But if I did, it would say, that's all.
Love that. Back to the daddy's comment, Dahlia. What?
Yeah, what were you going to bring up there?
Well, because you guys were like, what is his name? Hugh Dancy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's like, my next segue was like her dinner with her dad, who's like, we're concerned about you.
Well, that's... bad.
That was just my segue, okay?
Bad.
That was just my segue into there. Because, yeah, at some point she's working this job for, like, I don't know, several weeks, like months or something. He's like, oh my God, we get like 2 a.m. emails from you. You don't even write. You got accepted to Stanford Law. You're not even there. And it's like, I write those emails. And I'm like, I hate you, Andrea, okay? Like, another reason for me not to like her. And then she goes off to do errands for Miranda. I think it was getting her a jet plane out of Florida while a hurricane was happening. And I feel like I was getting stressed out myself. And I'm like, you're really asking her to, like, move the moon for you. I really don't know how somebody could, like, handle that, like, stress and panic. That is a stress poop waiting to happen.
You would die. Your poop would kill you, Dahlia. That and getting the manuscript for the last Harry Potter book, like, this to me makes me just as anxious as, like, a psycho thriller. Like, I was sweaty. I'm still sweaty. I've seen this movie so many times and I still get sweaty.
I hate it so much. I'm gonna, like, really, like, if she didn't make those connections, I really don't think that she would have kept her job, which was annoying. And I think I had a question about that. Before that, I think I had, like, a couple notes about Nigel. Just to go back into Stanley Tucci for a second.
Always.
Oh, just for a second? We can spend another, like, 15 minutes.
I'm just surprised.
I could spend my life.
Like, why did she go to him? Like, what compelled her to go to him? Because he really wasn't coming off as, like, friendly exactly.
But he was helpful.
I mean, yeah. Mm-hmm. So she went to him and then she started, like, bitching about it. And I was just like, why go to him in the first place? And I'm like...
Well, everyone else is hostile. Like, Emily is straight out hostile, and Miranda Priestley is obviously not going to be the person that you're going to go to about her being mean to you. That's just stupid of you.
I feel like
so,
it's what,
Nigel
like,
is a neutral third party.
Yeah,
he hasn't been outright evil, and he's also helped her a little bit. You know, for the one scene that, like, they were just in line for all of, like, 2 minutes, and he's just like, you should probably make better decisions. You know, oh, you're late, let's go. And he, like, drags her along. So,
and he said, like, stand and watch, sort of,
you
like,
know,
he was more of a mentor.
Yeah. Like, she saw he gave an inch, and so she took the shot and went the mile.
Is that really shitty on Andrea's character, though, to be, like, you know, seeking help from someone who doesn't even need to be helping her?
No.
Or is that just being an opportunist?
She was opportunistic, I think, at best.
No. I think when you're at a new job, like, when I started out at my job, like, I basically had to be that, like, I'm baby. Like, truly, like, I don't know what I'm doing, and the only way I'm going to know what I'm doing is if I learn from the people around me, right? So, like, I think she was, literally no one was throwing a boat to her, so she reached out to the only two. Like, at work, I had someone, like, help me carry furniture for me. Like, I didn't know this person, but I'm like, okay, yes, thank you very much. Like, I don't know, like, it's a new job. Like, you have to latch onto something.
Okay.
Gotta imprint like a little duck.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you're baby. You gotta be baby before you can be top dog.
He did reveal something that, I don't know, I wanted to ask you guys about. Like, do you think that story about the kid in Rhode Island with the many brothers or whatever, and he pretended he was going to, like, football or whatever, and he was going to sewing classes, and he would read Runway under his covers. Like, do you think he was talking about himself?
I thought that was obvious.
Yeah, I thought that was implied.
He never said it, but, you know, I feel like that's a really interesting thing to reveal about yourself. And maybe that's why. I think
that's also why she, like, really attached herself to him. Like, he has, like, little moments of, like, you know, I'm a person.
Mm-hmm. That really made me like him.
Genuine humanity.
It's the Tucc, too. Like, any character he plays, magnetic, baby. Magnetic.
Oh,
except for the lovely bones we do not talk about.
I was like, really?
Disclaimer.
Oh, gosh. I think right after that, we saw that whole, like, Madonna transition, because he helps her become, like, Ugly Duckling to, like, Beautiful Swan.
I love a glow up.
I love that whole transition. She was wearing so many
just like
outfits.
Princess Diaries.
Oh.
Yep.
Man, she plays glow up real good.
Dude, I'm so glad she got her hair cut.
Yeah. Oh my God, that wet wig was such a
I'm telling you, it was so uneven.
Disgusting.
Call it out.
But
I could think of a couple people that were like that in school.
Really?
Just say my name. I'm right here.
Shots fired.
Ooh, man.
Shots fired to myself.
Pew pew.
Man, I wasn't even thinking about you.
I didn't even go to high school with you guys.
No.
I just know this.
You basically did. Like, I honestly can't imagine a life where you weren't just also with us. So.
I've always been there. The shadow friend.
You know, we were friends before we met.
Always. Yeah. It's always been there.
It was destiny.
Oh, babies.
I did want to ask you guys, though, like, about that whole, like, okay, she turns from the ugly duckling to the beautiful swan, and she has all this swag, and she gives it to her friends. Like, that was a really expensive bag.
I gotta say a couple things. Her friends are shitty.
Oh yeah.
Her friends are shitty.
Let's talk.
They're unsupportive.
Right?
And they're just shitty. Like, she literally brought, like, all these things for them to have, or, like, whatever, and then they're gonna turn around and do that, like, play hot potato with their phone, when that's her job. Like,
don't fuck with people's jobs.
Oh, that made me so fucking mad, because I was like, if you guys did that shit to me, I'd fucking leave, too. I'd be like, fuck you, and fuck you.
Like, actually mess with someone's
slit our throats.
Absolutely.
And that's being
Except
nice.
For you. I wouldn't do that to you.
She just
even if you
stabbed me in the neck a little bit. Be like,
you two, though, it's on. Heads off.
Dead.
It really was shitty.
I think we can agree that the friends are shitty. What do you guys think about the boyfriend? Because, like, that's tough. You know,
what do you mean it's tough? Because I also don't like him.
Oh? For me, I feel like I don't know, like, if you said you were gonna come celebrate my birthday with me and you did, I don't know, I feel like I would still harbor that.
Here's the thing, he's a chef, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They work on holidays and birthdays and stuff. He should know, like, some jobs you have to work on these things. Like, and if she's been there for every birthday and she just misses one, like, I mean, come on, dude.
Also, it doesn't have to be on the day of, right? So I feel like that was a little...
tea.
I feel like it was a little inflexible, but at the same time, if we have been planning this for, like, several weeks,
right,
it does suck.
I would think that this is something that was kind of planned for quite a while, and so I do think it's kind of crap. It's also, like, one of those, like, none of us work those jobs, I think, where, like, we have to drop everything at a moment's notice. You know, we're not on call.
I would laugh in my boss's face if he told me that.
My boss told me, don't look at your fucking emails after work, and I said, okay. So I turned off my email notifications, and it saved my life, my brain ever since.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, but they know she has that kind of job, you know? And she just got out of college, right? Is that's
yeah,
correct,
I think that is, yeah. She just got out of college, so
so she's like 22, 23.
yeah, 22, 23.
She's 24. Well, Anne Hathaway's 24, but if she got out of college, she's like 23, yeah.
Yeah, so she needs the money. And it's a prestigious job that she's going to get, that's going to help her get better jobs.
I do think that, like, you know, there was literally no, like, I don't understand why they didn't just sit there and think that, hey, it's just 1 year. But I do think that, like, if you fell in love with someone and then, like, the job changed them a little bit out of, like, this version of them, you'd be, like, a little, like...
I'd be miffed.
I'd be a little miffed, too. And then on top of that, throw a birthday thing? Maybe yes.
Yeah, but she wasn't really changed then. Like, obviously she missed the birthday party, but she was still the same person.
I don't think she was all the way flipped.
No, she wasn't all the way flipped. I think she was still willing.
Yeah.
But
I think not looking like herself.
Yeah.
I think they're not. I think that both can be held. Like, yes, they should be. He should have been more understanding because you're right. He is a chef, so they have what. I've heard wild things about chefs about, like, you are married to your job.
Exactly.
So, like, yes, he should know. But I think he's also allowed to be hurt. I think both of them can exist at once. You know what I mean? Because it's still hurtful. But yeah, I feel, you know, I feel like they can exist.
I mean, I guess long story short, like, I liked the boyfriend, but also I don't like the way that everybody was ganging up being like, you've changed, bullshit. Man. You've changed and I don't like you anymore. And I'm just like, yeah, but don't we all, you know? You know, when you became a museum curator to the friend Lily or whatever, like, and also nobody gives a shit about your, like, corporate finance, research analyst. I don't know about that guy. Like, we all have different career paths. Like, why is mine any less just because I work for, like, a magazine company? So, fuck off.
Belittling. But the research analyst was the most supportive, though. Like, he was excited about, like, her going to Paris.
True.
Yeah, but he still, like, he was still
he was still a bitch.
Yeah, he was still
a still a brat during that one situation.
No, I don't like any of them. But I'm going to stand by that.
You hot.
No, it did, because I was like, that's fucking shit. That's, like, not supportive friends. Shitty. Like, if I was in that position.
If that was your boss, dude, I would never fucking do that to you.
No, you guys would just be like, okay, and be quiet.
And
I'd be like,
let me go somewhere.
Guys,
I gotta go.
Yeah, like, if you, like,
I'll leave
the state.
Real true friends don't do that shit.
Yeah, no, that's true. I think it's, I think we gotta separate, like, shitty friends with complicated boyfriend feelings. But shitty friends are shitty friends.
Yeah, crappy friend situations are crappy friend situations.
Yeah, because you're right. And I guess if that was your fucking boss, we would never.
And I guess that also plays into what happens. Because you'd slit our throats.
Well, I don't know about that part. I would just honestly think that wouldn't be the type of people any of us are.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. No, we wouldn't do that.
Nope.
And if you guys were, I wouldn't be friends with you guys.
You're like unfriended.
Our friendship is built on love.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like that. So I feel very strongly about that.
I had brought up the whole friend thing just because I was curious to know what's the most expensive purse you've ever bought. Because I was curious. That friend was like the girlfriend. She was like, "This is a $1,900 bag," and I'm like, "Bitch, I don't think I've ever bought a bag for $1,900. I bought a dress for $200."
Yeah, can we open it to the most expensive clothing item or like thing?
Yeah, I think that works because maybe
on your body.
Some of us don't buy bags.
Well, you got to skip certain things like, I don't know, like event dresses. Like, you didn't go to your prom. You didn't go to public school. Well, we were literally talking about this earlier this week about like prom dresses being like $400, $500 and whatnot. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't think that really counts for certain things. But
we didn't go to prom, so it wouldn't count anyway.
Yeah. Did you go to prom?
I did. I went to 2 proms actually.
What?
My boyfriend, and when I was a sophomore, was a senior, so he invited me to his senior prom, and then I went to my senior prom.
Yeah. Glad you went for us.
I went twice. I had 2 dresses.
We didn't go. I was telling Antonio, it's like both like because we were alternative, but also we had no significant other to speak of. So
prom was fun.
We stayed home.
But yeah, what's your most expensive clothing item that you've purchased? Because like I guess mine is my Michael Kors bag, maybe. I don't know.
How much was it?
It was like $200, and I got it at the outlet. It wasn't even like at a Michael Kors store. It was a Michael Kors outlet. So that's not really like high-end fashion. It's, I guess I can afford it. I don't know.
Yeah, I paid $100 for a pair of jeans, Reformation jeans. So that was like the biggest wild purchase for me. Oh, and my docs. The docs were expensive. But the jeans were because they're like sustainably made, but also they fit. I look good. I look real good in them. So worthwhile.
Yeah,
and they're gonna
investments.
last for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Sustainable, long-term jeans.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
I don't know. I own Gucci slides, but I didn't buy those.
I
got those for Christmas.
What about your jacket?
I think, yeah, my leather jacket, I think, even though I got a discount on it, but it was still pretty expensive.
How much was it?
100 something, I think. Because
Yeah,
it was originally like 200 something, I think. But
Nice.
the person I knew got a pretty good store discount, so I got it.
Antonio, flex your sneaks.
Any number of pairs of sneakers that I own.
My Yeezys.
They go north of 200 for sure, just retail.
Whoa.
I only
and
buy
then
$200
my
pair of
suit.
shoes.
I have a suit that was probably a few hundred as well.
Man.
I'd either broke
Not to
200 or broke 300. I don't know.
Not to flex on anyone, but I think it's really interesting also to see like what we deem worthy of like spending the money on. You know what I mean?
Well,
100%.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, yours are jeans that you are comfortable in and that will last you a while. You have a really nice purse. Do you still have it?
I still have it.
Yeah.
I want to go back to using it, actually.
Yeah, and then your sneakers you use all the time. And I love my leather jacket because it's real leather.
And you put it together, we make one fashionable human.
We absolutely do.
One shirtless fashionable human.
I love that for us.
Yeah, for sure.
We're so edgy. Thank you for answering that for me. I was just so curious because I'm like,
No,
okay,
that was some
I'm like,
discourse.
that's a lot of money, $1,000 for a bag. But I'm like, I'd pay $100 and more, like $200 for something cool that I really love. So fantastic. Let's get angry again, because now we're at the point where she got kind of dissed by her friends, and then she started to get more responsibilities for Miranda, and it was very cool. Like that progression was really like happy, and fulfilling to watch. I still don't like Andrea, but I was like happy that it was happening for her. But yeah, she gets the key to Miranda's house, and then they're like, you got to deliver the book, right? Because at the beginning they were told about this fancy book that would be delivered by her whenever she was trusted enough. And at this point, she is. She has been trusted. Fantastic. And they tell this bitch not to fucking do anything, talk to anybody, look at anybody, put the shit here,
Breathe.
Put the shit there. And you know what she does? Completely disregards it. And I'm like, another reason why I don't like Andrea. Oh my God. I was like, the children don't even look at the children.
Don't talk to children.
Just... Oh my God, it was so bad. And I'm just like, can you guys believe that she just went up the stairs? And then she left the book at like the feet of Miranda after she was having this horrible, horrible divorce fight with her husband. I
love the drama.
I'm so angry. I'm like, how dare you? In my house.
Drama.
I was so angry. But
you were so angry. You were so hot throughout this whole film.
I was just so mad. And like the fact that she's like in hot water now, and then this is a part where the Harry Potter book comes in. She had made a connection previously with this guy Christian Thoms, and I have no idea who this actor is, but he's the blondie guy. And she's like, hey, I remember you, can you help me with this? And he does, and he's like, you need to totally suck my dick later. But like, not saying that with actual words, but she owes him a favor.
Say, I think I missed that part.
She owes him a
can
favor.
We rewind?
Sure.
Roll tape.
But he does her this favor, and she like is like saved or whatever. She's back in Miranda's good graces. She gets more trust and stuff, and like, I don't know, man. Like that was just too much. Christian Thompson also, like that character, I don't like him. I didn't like him. I feel like he was kind of weaselly, and he really, I feel like, just wanted to get Andrea in bed.
I don't know.
I
thought he was attractive.
Okay, but answer this question. Do you like the boyfriend, or do you like
Bro.
Christian Thompson? The blondie or the brunette? Go.
Oh, no, the brunette for sure. The
Brunette
OG
wins
boyfriend,
every
but
day.
I don't
Yeah,
like
but I'm-
either of them.
I'm just saying it's a Christian thing. Okay, go on. You don't like either of them? Which dick would you suck though?
Neither.
Which one? The brunette or the blonde?
Neither. I don't like either of them.
Well, I guess the question can also be brunettes or blondes.
Like in general?
Yeah. What's your
brunettes.
preference? Oh, interesting. What's your preference, blondes or brunettes?
No, what'd she say?
Brunettes.
Brunettes.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Do redheads get like any like choice in the matter?
What?
Like red hair. Is
Oh,
that not an
well,
option also?
then the answer's neither.
Are we really gonna categorize people and just like say no to them based off of their hair color?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just asking what's your preference, but also like, you know,
Out of the two,
is it Christian or is it Nate for you?
well, it's definitely Nate. If it's between the
It's
two,
Nate for me, dog.
That's a Nate for me, dog.
But also, do you like blondies or brunettes?
It's all sorts.
Oh, okay.
There's no preference.
There's no preference.
Not
There's
for
no
hair.
preference at all?
For hair? No.
Really?
Yeah. Why? That's a dumb
Interesting.
thing to have a preference on.
I
It's honestly like the hair's like okay as long as it looks okay down there. It's everything
As
south
long
of
as you
that.
have hair.
Actually, you know what? It might very well be as long as you have hair.
Interesting.
No
I love
disrespect, but you know, male pattern baldness sucks to be you.
No,
Man,
no
it is
disrespect, but
so-
any type of baldness.
Dude,
No. If you're going bald and you completely shave off your head, sorry, don't shave off your head. Don't like cut off your head. If you like shave your hair, I'd rather do fully bald than the male pattern baldness. It just, man, sucks. It sucks to suck.
You know what? I can appreciate a handsome man if he's a handsome man. Even if
Actually,
he's
that's
balding.
a lie. I could actually appreciate someone who's bald.
Balding.
Yeah. Or like a shaved head.
If I like them, I like them. That's the whole thing. I mean,
yeah, no,
for
that's true.
for me, if it's blondies or brunettes, I mean, I'm married to a blondie, so is it fucked up if I say brunette? Yeah.
No, not really.
But I also
It's
don't.
just
I don't have a
It's just
preference.
silly
It's an
question.
exception.
We weren't.
It's
It
a
wasn't
silly
gonna
fun-
be
we're just-
serious.
Oh
They're
no.
silly fun questions.
That's why I asked.
I will say,
question, everyone.
I used to take the train more often. On the commute, I fell in love with this man. We never talked.
Why would
but we made eye contact sometimes. And it was like usually fall, winter, so we always had a beanie. And I was like, I love this man. This is the man. One day I'll talk to him. Then he took off his beanie. And he was balding. And the fantasy was ruined.
That's so fucked up.
So what you're telling
Ow.
me is that it doesn't matter.
Did you also
I
take
never-
off your
I never
beanie
said it didn't
and
matter.
also
Y'all
reveal
was-
baldness?
Y'all were saying everyone say love. And I was saying,
That's a hot take.
dude.
I think I just learned a little something about you, Ketzel. But at this point, yeah, what is this, like, Emily fucking gets hit by a car. I don't even really know how to segue
right.
into that. Like, yeah, like, so fucking Miranda is, like, so pleased by what happened with the fucking Harry Potter book that she's like, you're coming with me to Paris. And then she's like, well, fuck, Emily wanted to go. And it's like, Emily's not going anymore. And it's like, oop, tell her now. And then she fucking gets hit by a car. And then she has to meet with her in the hospital to say, you're not going to Paris. And then she goes to Paris. And then this whole thing happens at the art gallery where her
That's
friend...
before they go to Paris.
Yeah, like, it was already, like, decided that day. And then later that day, she was, like, with her amigos at the, you know,
At the art gallery.
And then they go off, and then she goes off into this corner, and this motherfucking Christian Thompson comes out of the shadows, and he's like, I was just thinking about you. And I was like, were you? And I don't know. He just cannot get his hooks out of fucking Andrea for whatever reason. And then he's like, congratulations on going to Paris. And he's like, oh, I can't believe that you're blah, 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 blah. I don't know. So disinterested. But he kisses her. He kisses her before he leaves. And the fucking friend, the girlfriend, sees. And she's just like, I fucking know you, bitch. And I can't believe that the person that I knew would let that happen to her. Because she's madly in love with Nate, the chef guy. And then they storm off or whatever, and she's like, have fun in Paris. And then the boyfriend just randomly shows up and he's like, you going to Paris? And I was like, ooh, this is just all sorts of mess. And then they break up and she goes to Paris. And I thought that was fucking wild, but also very adult, you know? He's just like, obviously they're hurt. They separate and she goes to Paris and he goes to do his thing. And I'm like, huh. You know, there's no like heart-wrenching, like crying, dying, don't leave me, like I love you, we've been together for X years. They just go their separate ways. She just goes to Paris. I kind of blew my mind a little bit. That was very like grown up. I can't believe it.
Man, yeah. What's it like?
Truly. What's it like to be a fully formed adult?
I don't know.
It was crazy. And yeah, I mean, they go to Paris and then they do shenanigans, they do shows, and then they find out that Miranda is having a divorce, and then they get the news that she might be, you know, replaced by her, I guess, competitor at the French version, French runway. And
before you go forward, I'm sorry to interrupt, but how jarring to you was seeing Miranda unglamorous?
I think it was very vulnerable. I don't think it was jarring. You know, that she came
so different.
Yeah, it was totally like night and day. It's just like she seems so much more somber. You know, she was like more sad, obviously without her makeup, you know. I feel like that's kind of a facade that she has. But it was really sad to see her get vulnerable. And then she still kept kind of pushing on to be professional and not let it bother her that now she's getting a divorce. And she's sad because she's like, my kids are losing another father figure. What does that mean for me? For them? This bitch is tough as nails. But yep. They go through that, and then I don't know. I think what happens, because my brain is blanking.
Stanley Tucci was gonna be up for a promotion, and Miranda just completely throws him under the bus, which was very upsetting to see. Also,
but she also gets what she wants and puts her nemesis in a place where, you know, she can't replace Miranda. So
strategic, but you know, it hurt Stanley Tucci.
Yeah.
In the moment.
I think it was really strategic. Like, we're led to think that she doesn't know what's going to happen to her and that Andrea cares enough to try to warn her, but she fucking knows what's happening the whole time. And she orchestrated this whole little stunt to have it go the way that it did. And I don't know. I thought that was really, like, sad, fucked up. We really don't know what happens to Stanley Tucci. Like, does he ever bounce back? Does he ever get to have such a big opportunity again? Who knows?
Yeah, it's fucked up. Because he's just like, I hope it does. Well, you never know.
That's business.
Poor Tucci. That's the showbiz, baby.
That's showbiz, baby. And I don't know. I don't think there's anything really more besides the fact that she decides to ditch Miranda in Paris, and then she, like, leaves. She tosses her phone, which is a sidekick. Amazing. Into the fountain.
Iconic.
And then she just leaves, and then they're back in New York. She's been replaced, obviously. She's got an interview as a journalist at this place, and they read her references, and then sorry, and then they read her references, and one of them was like at Runway, and he's like, why the fuck did you work at Runway? That's so weird. I thought you wanted to be a journalist, you dumb bitch. And then he gets
word for word.
Yeah, absolutely. He gets an immediate fax, like, from Miranda saying, like, this bitch is a fucking disappointment. She's the worst person I've ever known, and if you don't hire her, you're a fucking idiot. And so we know at the end of it all, like, frickin' Andrea made an impact. And I still don't like her, but I'm like, wow, you made an impact in your tiny time there. But that's how the movie ends. Yep. That's how the movie ends. They walk away happy. She, I guess, gets her job, and then Miranda stays at her position in New York, and blah, blah, blah. That's it. That's what happened.
Bada bing, bada boom, baby.
Well, the movie really ends with Meryl Streep's only smile in the entire movie.
She's so
Her
beautiful.
first smile since
Meryl
2001.
Meryl Streep is just the range.
But yeah, like overall, this movie was pretty great. I can definitely see what all the hype was about. I definitely don't like the main character, but the whole storyline was amazing. The whole fashion was amazing. Emily Blunt was amazing. I thought that she was a really, really great character, and I think she made the movie for me. Aside from Meryl Streep, of course. Yeah.
All right. You want to go down? So hot cast. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd say hot cast. Nobody was ugly, unattractive, except, and maybe you guys might hate this, Christian Thompson. I don't think that guy was attractive.
He was alright.
He didn't.
Simon
do it
Baker's
for
a
me.
nice-looking guy, but in this movie, I hated that scarf while they were in Paris. I hated that scarf.
It
I don't
showed
care.
up once, and you're like, "Fuck you."
That was what got her into bed with him.
Yeah, and I hate that about her too. You know what? Bad decisions, man.
Bad taste.
Decisions.
I love that you. I love that you're like, let's not judge how much you love someone based on looks, but you're like, you're wearing that scarf. Fuck you.
That's not based off of looks. That's based off of thoughts and decisions.
Oh Lord.
I made a judgment call based off. They can't choose that their hair is whatever color, necessarily speaking, but they can choose what scarf they fucking wear.
It's the scarf for me, bro.
It is a scarf for me. So soundtrack/score. I heard like 2 songs in this, but they were good.
You were not paying attention.
Yeah, there
there
was
was
a
a
ton of
whole range of soundtracks.
I
was
didn't
too
like
busy
all
being
of the
sweaty.
songs. I think I liked 3 of the songs that I heard. It was like the
Yo, is
first...
that you're ringing back again?
What? It's been here.
It's
She's
never
here.
left.
She's queer. Never left. Okay, so if someone has not seen this film, Dahlia, would you recommend it? Was it worth it?
Yeah, I think that people would enjoy this movie a lot. I don't know if, like, if you're not gay or a woman, maybe you wouldn't enjoy
don't
it
listen
as
to this.
much. Maybe you wouldn't find it as entertaining. But, like, you know, some people really resonate with a strong female character. So if you're really, really into that, I think this is what that is. But if you're like me, you know, I come into most things very, like, optimistic and happy, or, like, very seeking to find things that I like about it. And the fact that I did not like the main character, like, so quickly, I was, like, surprised at myself about that. But I think I would recommend this movie to people who haven't seen it. Like, I am surprised that I haven't seen it, but it definitely didn't disappoint for me. I think it really, like, held up well to the standards that people talk about it. Especially with, like, all the that's all comments, like, throughout the film. I feel like those really got me. And the, what is it? The no, that wasn't a question.
Oh yeah, it's a very quotable film, and what a great segue into your favorite quotes. So
that was it for me. I said it right at the beginning.
By all means, move at a glacial pace. You know how that thrills me.
That is yours. Man, let me see what I got.
The Chanel boots. I love that. It's so funny.
Are those the Chanel boots?
Yeah. So good.
I have a couple. I love this film. I really do. One of them is details of your incompetence do not interest me.
I like that one.
Also very
Actually, you know
Antonio.
what? Can I just say anytime she's just insulting is a favorite quote?
Yes. When Stanley Tucci looks at Anne Hathaway and says, "Who is that sad little person?"
Yeah, that was good.
That killed me. It always kills me. And then one that I'm always like, what a fucking mood, is when Emily Blunt is like having a day and she's just like, I love my job. I love my job. Just like trying to convince herself that she loves her job. And I'm like, man, what a fucking mood.
I rarely say this to anyone who isn't me, but you need to chill out.
What a film. What a film. I love this movie.
Totally. I think it was so totally worth the hype, and you should definitely watch it if you haven't seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially being the loser. Like, that's a big thing coming from the loser of the episode.
Yeah. And coming off an episode where it was such a discourse about whether or not the movie was worth it.
Oh, wow. Yikes.
Wait, which one?
Pulp Fiction.
What year is it?
I know. It's been a
Where
couple
am I?
years since we started that movie.
No.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Well, yeah. We did 2 that night, though. That's why I was confused. But no, yeah, it was Pulp Fiction.
But of course...
Catch the bonus episode on our Patreon.
That was not bonus. That was an episode.
No. Because Sky was like, we did 2 that day. And none of them are going to know what that is.
I didn't hear that. Might be.
Yeah, we did 2 that day. I mean, I won't say the title, but it's a Western.
It's spaghetti.
There's spaghetti.
Bro, he's so hot in that movie.
All right.
We're not going to go down that
We're not going to go down that road, but that's all I'm going to say.
I said what I needed to say in that episode.
I said what I said. I also want to say just real quick, this is the most joy I've seen Antonio watch something, was this film.
This is the first time I saw him not be on his phone during a movie.
Because
I don't even know where my phone was.
His phone was next to me the whole
movie.
time.
I do enjoy this movie a ton.
He's like, oh no, I forgot my notebook. And it's like, you don't even take notes during any movie.
Dude.
You've never owned a notebook.
I've never taken notes.
You don't know how to write.
Never tooken.
I've never taken notes. I don't know how to write. I just know how to like sign my name really fancy like and stamp it with things.
Oh, nice and fancy like.
Oh Lord. Well, everybody, thanks for listening. If you haven't seen this movie, fucking watch it. And yeah, well, I guess we'll see you in the next one.
Bye, losers.
That's all.